Hi, glad you're here. You're just in time. We were just about to look at the return of the youngest flexer of the century, Lil Tay, except this time I'm extremely concerned about her well-being. Now, many of you probably remember her, and she's back apparently, but if I'm being honest, the entire situation just makes me angry. But before we get into that, which is actually pretty serious, first I'm going to look at my comment shout out. Dude, can we just make the official I Love D'Angelo club already? Don't worry, by subscribing, you are automatically a member. So Lil Tay was this super popular influencer. She was known for being super rich, but also only 9 years old. But she mysteriously disappeared at the actual height of her fame. It was then revealed that she was actually going through a lot behind the scenes involving her brother and her parents, divorcing and custody battles. It was a lot, but as of a couple of days ago, Lil Tay's account has been posting some very interesting statements. So first, I think we need to look at who she was and kind of some context before I give my opinion on what's going on right now. So for those of you who don't remember, I envy you, first of all. But Lil Tay broke out on Instagram. Do people even get famous on Instagram nowadays? She seemed to have never-ending access to things that are completely beyond the reach of any adult. Here she is with a stack of hundreds. Ooh, and a Louis Vuitton strap. Are you kidding me? Look, she's in a Benz truck. Is that a Benz truck? I don't know what that is, but it looks expensive. Oh my gosh, a BMW as well? This is so scary. How does she get access to all of these cars? But it wasn't just that. It was houses as well, if I'm remembering correctly.
Let me tell y'all something. This shit costs more to your rent. My toilet costs more to your rent. Everything in my bathroom costs more to your rent. When I was 6 years old, I lived in Atlanta and I was broke as hell. But one day I woke up.
If something you own costs more than my rent, that sounds like a personal problem. As you can see, her street sense was about as deep as a few lines from a random Migos album. I started in Atlanta and now I don't live in Atlanta anymore. Shout out Donald Glover, apparently.
This shit cost me $200,000. I'm only 9 years old. I ain't got no license, but I still drive this sports car, bitch. Your favorite rapper ain't even doing it like Lil Tay.
If my favorite rapper is doing it like Lil Tay, they wouldn't be my favorite anymore, you know? There was just such an attempt to make up for the lack of actual street cred by putting on like the thickest black scent possible. And I just hate to break it to you, but nobody talks like that. Nobody talks like that. Even if they do, they don't talk like that. Like that, you feel me? So as with all people who just clearly should not be given attention because obviously something larger is at play and very wrong, the internet was like, we're gonna make you famous. I remember it was like this 2018 to 2019 period where Lil Tay was just everywhere. I remember PewDiePie did a reaction to her, which now has 11 million views for context on just how many people were aware of her. But like what I'm saying here is it wasn't just internet fame. She was on television.
Is it exploitation? Is it borderline abusive?
Yes. And yes.
How would you respond to critics who would say, oh, you're just going to try to profit off your daughter now?
No one's forcing me to do this. That's not.
No. This is already weird. Why did she just ask the fully grown mother a question and then the mom lets her 9-year-old daughter start answering for her? This is a no for me.
I use my own Instagram.
These images will live on and follow you for the rest of your life. Is a 9-year-old really capable of making this kind of decision?
This is my decision. I'm happy with what I'm doing.
Says every 9-year-old right before they do something. Like, I don't know, when I was small, the dumb things that kids do didn't involve social media. It was just more like, I'm gonna jump off the swing at a really high point.
Spent time with Lil Tay and her family 6 weeks after they moved from Canada to Hollywood.
I'm gonna have my name on one of these stars one day.
We were surprised to find a precocious, soft-spoken 9-year-old.
Wait, you guys were surprised that a child was childlike? Social media has rotted y'all's brains. Like, at this point, log off forever.
She is a well-mannered and a great kid.
But that's not what comes across on the internet.
People think it's like funny, I guess, because I'm 9 years old and I've accomplished so much.
I don't think a lot of people are believing that you're making millions of dollars at 9.
If they don't believe that, then I don't really like care.
Okay, wait. I do think that's a good way to live your life, honestly.
You know, many are asking, is this legal to allow your child to do all this? Well, her mom says
Yes, it is, because the law does not care about children, bro. Literally, most laws actually are in favor of people who would do harm, but we don't have time to talk about that. Besides the countless reaction videos and the television appearance and all of this stuff, she was really getting big on social media. 2 million followers on Instagram is just, let me show you just how many followers this actually is, because I feel like we forget because so many people have more than this. So if you go to the Billboard Hot 100 right now, there's some actually good songs on here. One of them, number 4, is Peaches by Justin Bieber featuring Daniel Caesar and Giveon, right? So Giveon is literally famous. He's number 4 on the charts right now with Justin Bieber. He has 1.6 million followers, and Lil Tay had 2. Another example, Ian Dior at number 18 on the Billboard's chart. Another actually famous person here with 1.5 million followers, which is obviously a lot. But again, Lil Tay was actually famous, which is just mind-blowing to me. She was doing all these collabs, as you can see, with people like Bad Baby right there and Woah Vicky. Actually, what even happened to Woah Vicky? Y'all remember her? She was that girl who got famous for pretending that she was black. She claimed to be 25% black even though she was just a random white girl. Oh my gosh, I literally googled her. And it says right here, she gained notoriety in 2017 after using the N-word with a hard R and claiming that she was black. Imagine this just being you forever. It wasn't just those two. On the YouTube side, she found herself collaborating with people like Logan Paul. Oh, actually, it was Jake Paul. Is it bad that I made a literal series on these two and I still get them confused after all this time? No, it's not. And she even appeared in a Chief Keef music video. For some reason, Keef, are you okay? Anyway, if you have not gotten the point here, Lil Tay was obviously poised for a huge takeover. She even had projects lined up that hadn't even come out yet before she disappeared, like her unreleased song Money Way, which is terrible.
Lil Tay, Money Way, write that bitch off like an essay. Yeah. Need 10 back, I'm like, okay. I be shooting off rockets, call me Hussein.
Wow, okay, you know what, let's just move on. Anyway, at that time, it was like she popped off in 2018 and she disappeared in 2019. My opinion was pretty simple. Why were people pretending like this was real? This was so clearly like fake. Nothing about this seemed like it could even possibly be real, and yet people were getting mad at it for some reason. That's really weird in retrospect. Also, the adults behind the situation who were putting her in all of these places and giving her access to all of this stuff really should have gotten more flack at the time, but instead, let's invite her on Good Morning America. Apparently, like in 2019, I believe her situation raised more questions for me than it did answers. Who let her into these houses even before she was famous? How did she get access to that? Who in the world bleached a child's hair? This is my manager calling me. Anyway, I shouldn't really have to say this, but like, don't do that. Children have even finer hair than adults do, meaning bleach is actually somehow more damaging than it is otherwise. Literally everything about this situation was just weird, and then it just started getting weirder. Videos started coming out, unreleased videos that people got their hands on, where she was doing incredibly disturbing things, and it just was so obvious that she was not the one coming up with this stuff. Her entire facade started falling apart when these leaked videos started popping up. Like, okay, obviously that was incredibly disturbing, but thankfully it's just a carrot. Even at that, who gives a child a lighter and says, hey, pretend like you're smoking a big joint for the gram? So if that wasn't bad enough, which it literally is, you can tell it's about to get worse because you see the World Star Hip Hop logo right there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was Lil Tay smoking. They really said, you know what's better than pretending to smoke? Just actually smoking. Besides that, video came out of Lil Tay's brother, who was 16 at the time, coaching her.
This shit cost me 10,000, and
I
this
said stop saying 10,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,500.
Lil Tay be popping on YouTube right now.
You're gonna be like more ignorant.
What do I say?
So as you can see, the situation was starting to come together, right? Her brother was a failed YouTuber who realized he was never going to be popular, so instead he just settled on turning his little sister into the worst version of himself. Lil Tay's mother was an just incredibly exploitative person who was allowing Tay access through her job to the houses and the cars that she was running into. And she was one of those sneaky ones who just stay behind the scenes so that they don't get any flack, because at the time the brother was the one catching most of this, even though he was 16 years old. Keep in mind, still a child, which means there was an adult somewhere going wrong, aka the mother. And as for the father, we'll get to him in a second. Now, before that, it's worth noting that this Lil Tay thing was falling apart. The internet's new obsession was like proving that Lil Tay was fake. They were like, oh, her name is actually Claire, and she's a nice kid, she's quiet. Look, I stalked her and I found this video of her where she was like really quiet.
You Lil Tay, right? You want to flex? Oh, I want to see you flex one time. I like that fly shit.
That's a 9-year-old, my guy. The fact that the internet didn't realize that this was fake in the first place, to the point where they got surprised to find out that it wasn't real, just, we need help. This sounds so fake in retrospect. Like, this sounds like something I'm making up. If you were there and you remember this happening in the comment section, please confirm that I am not making this up and that the internet really hyped this girl up, pretending that she was real, and then acted surprised when she wasn't. I would say the peak of this was when she got called out by Snoop Dogg for some reason. Like, I literally forgot how popular Lil Tay was, to the point where we have the Snoop Dogg saying, I found this tape of Lil Tay being coached by her brother on how to be more ignorant. She needs to be in school learning how to be a little girl, not a dumb grown person. Facts. Clout chasers, rest in peace. I mean, did he lie though? So I guess the biggest question at this time was like, where is the father, right? So far, everyone is accounted for by him. And then he showed up and Lil Tay disappeared, in a good way, or so we thought. So Lil Tay's father, this dude right here, Christopher Hope, came forward and he was like, hey, none of this is right. My wife, Lil Tay's mother, and her brother are clearly using her, which is something I do not support. However, I'm going to be handling it now. And he basically said, I will support her career, but she doesn't need to make money, which in my opinion is like the only valid way of treating a child who wants to do something like that. Now, this is where things start getting a little cloudy in terms of details, because this was happening in real life, not on the internet, but people suspect that Lil Tay's father wound up with custody of her instead of the mother, which would make sense because under the mother's custody, Lil Tay was literally smoking. So, and true to his word, Lil Tay actually just stopped posting online. And I know a lot of people were like, oh, where'd she go? But to me, that's a good ending. Yay, the 9-year-old is no longer being exploited. I also feel like her situation shows you a lot about how fickle the internet is. Like, one day they're hyping you up for being stupid, and then the next day they're calling you out for being stupid. And it's just, don't use the internet. Stop watching this video. Go live in a cave and be happy. From my perspective, at the time, the only person who seemed to be doing the right thing was Lil Tay's father. Why? Because he denounced what she was doing, and after that, she never showed up in another collab or in an ad, etc. Meaning, he never signed a contract for her again and made her do something, unlike her mother was all too happy to do, because Lil Tay's a child, she can't sign contracts. All of that was her mom. So from my POV, that really should have been the end of it. But like I said, and the reason I'm making this video is now Lil Tay's back. Or more specifically, Lil Tay's Instagram page is active again. Here, let me just read it. Lil Tay's absentee father, Chris Hope, and his wife has stolen all of her money. She's in court. He and his wife have a history of abusing Tay. Now, there's photos that have been posted that I'm not going to show all of them because some of them are a bit much, but I will show the ones that are okay so we can get a better picture of what's going on here. So this is the first post that Lil Tay came back with 2 days ago, by the way. And it's just a video with no sound of Lil Tay crying. This was the moment in 2018 my mom showed Tay the court. My mom. Okay, so this is the brother, right? If he's saying my mom, and the brother's an adult now. Keep that in mind. Anyway, this was the moment in 2018 my mom showed Tay the court order from her abusive absentee father demanding custody, money, and control over her career. Wait, then why were you recording it? Tay has no money left to pay lawyers for fighting for her freedom. Her father has stolen everything from her. She has been physically and mentally abused by Chris Hope, the father, and his current wife. Please visit the link in bio for the full story and GoFundMe and donate and share. Your donation will go towards Tay's legal fees, giving her a fighting chance at freedom in court. You are Tay's last hope in saving her from a life of abuse. Gosh. Okay. Well, there's a lot going on here, as you can tell. First of all, Lil Tay is nowhere to be found. Okay. As you can see, this is an old video. Her hair is still dyed. She's obviously still 9. It's not like Lil Tay came forward and said, hey, actually, I'm in this situation. And let me make something clear. If she did, I wouldn't be questioning it literally at all. Like if she would be like 11 now, 11 or 12. If a 12-year-old came to me and they were like, hey, I'm in this situation at home, I'm literally not trying to get to the bottom of it. I am just calling authorities instantly. There would be no question for me. I would not be one of the adults who contributes to justice being obstructed because I'm asking questions. That being said, Lil Tay has not said anything. So I feel compelled even to ask very many questions like, where is she? Why are you, the brother, only saying something just now? Where is her mother if this is such a big deal? Next, the brother posts this video of him confronting the dad. I guess this is supposed to be proof that the dad is actually an absentee father. He's a deadbeat and all this stuff.
You owe 6 figures in child support. Do you know this? You haven't been in her life for years and now you show up? And now you want to use her career as blackmail to waive your child support expenses? How can you even explain this? And then you go on to manipulate the press to look like the hero parent.
Have a good
day. Sorry, not funny. It was kind of funny. Anyway, like to me, this is not proof. This is literally just the kid listing a bunch of allegations and then the dad not responding to any of them, which makes sense. For context, this dad is a lawyer, so surely he, if anyone, would know. Do not admit or even deny to anything on camera.
You gonna come in and abuse my mom and my sister now?
Good job, Jason.
Nice one. What about the millions of dollars you stole? Real mature, Chris. You're gonna act like you're the righteous one.
Like, what is this proving? Again, I'm not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying this is not the serve the brother thinks it is. Next, I guess the brother attempts to prove that Chris has stolen the money. Chris Hope and his wife, Hanny Hope, previously known as Rich and... Wait, this is so much information. Anyway, they've been living a lavish lifestyle and are going on vacations all off Tay's money. This is only 1% of the pictures I could get a hold of. Notice how Tay is in none of them. Bro, Tay's not in any of the pictures you're posting either right now. Like... this is so weird. They have abused Tay her whole life and now they are living off of the millions they stole from her. Everyone is saying not to donate to the GoFundMe because Lil Tay's brother is running it. I am not the beneficiary of the GoFundMe. There's no option for me to withdraw anything from it. But Lil Tay's a minor though. Meaning it's being organized for somebody who's not her. So... this is getting a little weird. I am posting on my sister's page because Chris Hope has silenced her so that she cannot speak about the truth. These are some pictures of Chris Hope and Hanny Hope enjoying the millions they have stolen from Tay, while Tay was left silenced from telling the world truth. So you're admitting that you made millions off of your sister? And why am I blaming the brother here? It's really the mother. But now that the brother's an adult, yeah, I'm gonna blame him for not even admitting in this post where these millions came from. So here we have the dad and his current wife holding hands. That's all the proof you need right there. So they're on a cruise. He gave her something that we can't see. This could literally be a pencil. Okay. The bag is nice. I will say the bag's pretty fancy, as is the Louis Vuitton. So like, I get what the brother's trying to prove here. Look, here's the dad and his current wife. Tay's not on vacation with them. What's going on? Where did they get the money from? But like, when were these pictures taken? I don't know. Again, this is literally not telling me anything. And like I said, the dad was already a lawyer. It's not like he was just not capable of funding vacations himself. This really has not proven anything. Then the last thing they posted was pictures of the alleged abuse. Obviously, I'm not going to be showing them, but I will say this. I don't know, y'all. It's not like pictures of bruises or anything. It literally looks like some sort of allergic reaction to something. I don't know. Nobody is donating, and I understand it is because there's stigma around my name, and I am hosting the fundraiser for my sister. GoFundMe has a 100% guarantee policy that eliminates fake fundraisers. Tay's been beaten and abused by Chris Hope and Hanny Hope. I do not want to see it happen again. Tay does not want this man to control her life. He's done nothing but try to destroy her life. He has stripped her of everything. He's taken every last penny. Link is in bio. Your donation can help save Tay. Post and tweet with Save Lil Tay. Tay can be brought back, but only with your help. Now, again, this is not something I'm going to give an opinion on of like whether or not this is like a real true situation, because I don't know. I am not the police. This is out of my range. It's not my job. It's not my responsibility to figure out whether or not these allegations are correct. However, I'm just sticking with what I said initially, which was that seeing as Lil Tay is not the one coming forward with them and no proof has been actually given, I really find that just difficult to believe right now. Okay, so I'm cropping this so I don't dox anybody, but people were saying, well, why didn't you let the police know? Why are you telling Instagram this? And so he, I guess, is trying to prove that something was filed in 2014 and that there's an actual case number. Again, I don't know. I literally don't. If Tay was coming forward, I would be happy to stand behind her, but seeing as it's literally the worst person and his mother right now behind all of this, this just is really, really strange to come out with only now. That being said, to literally no one's surprise, the GoFundMe started popping off. Lil Tay will be fighting for her life, future, and freedom starting April 23rd, 2021. Tay is in desperate need of funds to support her fight against her abusive father. As a result of this situation, she's been in a state of depression. All funds raised through this GoFundMe will go towards Tay's legal fees to give her the fighting chance in court to save her from a life of abuse towards her future and freedom. This is so much. My sister Tay has been silent on social media for the past 3 years because her father served my mother a court order. My mother, bro, why is the brother organizing this and not the mother? Anyway, he goes into a lot more detail about what's going on with Tay, allegedly. And I really just want to stress, I am not here to confirm or deny what happened, because again, that's not my job. None of this needs to be handled by people like us. All of this needs to be handled by the authorities. I do not know if Lil Tay is actually in trouble, but if she is, it's absolutely despicable that her brother waited until now. And I guess it's even worse that her mother still apparently is doing nothing about it. One of the posts said something like, my mom has spent her life savings, $750,000 on legal fees, and that's why we need help now. And it's just like, if that's the case, why in the world were you buying all of these things for Lil Tay? Like all of the trips and moving to LA and the Gucci and all of this stuff. Clearly, there was a point where you were in control of her money, right? So why didn't you just put all of that to her legal fees instead of spending so much of it on trying to sell this fake image of your extremely young daughter? So no, it's not like the mom or the brother gets a free pass here. As for the father, again, obviously my hope is that this is not true. I don't want it to be true that Shaw is being abused, but if he is, obviously he needs to be dealt with. Just so many of these things are wrong. Like, save Lil Tay, why is it that instead of hashtag save Claire? Like, her name is not Lil Tay, and I understand that that's how we know her, but this is really just making it seem like they're still using her persona to generate money. Also, if this is so serious, why in the world did the brother put back all of Tay's old Instagram photos? If we've officially moved past this and this is now about helping this girl Claire, I really don't understand why Lil Tay still has so much to do with it when she never existed in the first place. Something is seriously wrong with Lil Tay's mother. So the way she has not come forward or spoken up about this is just a lot. And as for the father, I don't know what he's doing. He hasn't responded either. So that's basically where we are with the situation. I do find it interesting though, that all of the people who were hyping Lil Tay up back then, all too happy to give her the airtime and make the reaction videos, etc., now they're nowhere to be found. But I would be lying if I said I was surprised. As for Lil Tay, I just feel sorry for her. She's clearly still being exploited. Even if everything the brother is saying is true, they're clearly still using her to generate money. Even if they need the money, they mismanaged what they made off of her so poorly that they don't have enough right now, and that's still problematic. The mother and brother really just need to find a new gig. Look, you have milked every penny out of the literal image that you fabricated of your child. I get that you're allegedly bankrupt now, but work on the moral bankruptcy. Get that together first. As for the father, I don't know. I hope he says something about this because these are pretty serious allegations. Or if they're not true, I hope he takes them to court. If they are true, I hope he gets taken care of, you know, legally. And I just want Tay to be in a safe home. It's absolutely ridiculous that that home does not include her mother or her brother and allegedly her father. If you've learned anything from this, it's that behind every famous child, there's just a whole slew of incredibly terrible adults. Anyway, I'll be here all week, folks, at 2 p.m. Central Time. If it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that means I'm uploading a new video here. If it's Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, that means I'm going live over on Twitch. So basically what I'm saying is I'll see you tomorrow. Unless, of course, tomorrow is Sunday, in which case, just watch this video again. Okay, bye.